Hello class, my name is Kimberly Hickman. I have realized that I am not a huge fan of reading, and I hate to say that because I want to teach, and I know like reading and all of that is such a huge component, and I encourage reading. I encourage my daughter, any kids I see, I encourage them. Just for me, it's really hard to dive in and get started. I don't know if that's because when I was younger, I don't remember being read to. I always had books available, so like my bookshelf was always filled with books. I have golden books, I have Dr. Seuss, all books. So I don't remember being read to as a child so much. As I got older, I know there were certain series I kind of got into, like the Babysitter's Club, but I never really finished the books, I don't think. Like, I got into them, I read enough to do my book report, and that was that. So, I don't know if that's a direct effect of not being read to, but here I am. I read to my children. My daughter's 13. We still read together. It helps her stay focused and read more. If we want to read, she reads one page, I read one page. Like, that really helps, obviously, me stay in tune with what she's reading. And I'm able to help her a little more with her homework and concepts that way. So I enjoy doing that special time with her. Like I stated before, don't really read for pleasure. I hope to do that maybe once school is over and I don't have so much reading for not pleasure. So that will, hopefully come. And I don't not like reading. I think I just haven't found something I am super into yet. So, moving on. Yes, I think that reading aloud is extremely valuable to children. Helps them learn vocabulary, learn words, expand their imagination, being able to talk with them and ask questions about the book, getting their mind going after you've read even is a huge thing. It also, like I said, keeps me reading, which I don't necessarily just go pick up a book when I'm bored. I always have something going on. So, after reading The Origins of Children's Literature, that was a little hard for me to follow, but I do understand that in the beginning there weren't books for children, and that they ended up, evolving into this children's books teaching history and being commercialized, I suppose. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And then something I'm a little more familiar with is the storytelling aspect. So where my parents didn't really read to me, my mom was an amazing storyteller. She would use stuffed animals to just bring to life our day or recap certain things that had happened. So that was always a good fun time for me at like bedtime to hear about family things that were going on through the use of my stuffed animals. The third section is like biographical, and obviously like learning about things through books is super important, and just that they were able to document things that were going on in a way that children could understand and view them. That's amazing. I thought I knew Mother Goose as a child, so I did, like I said, I always had books available. Nursery rhymes were something that we sang in school, at home. I sing to my kids, to my nieces and nephews. Mother Goose, after reading them, is a little disturbing. Like, they are long, they use words that I would never use with my children, and I don't know, I just found it a little disturbing. But I do have some favorites, and they were in the book. So Old Mother Hubbard is one of my favorite things to talk about with the kids. And I had no idea that it was so long. There are so many fun pieces to that. The dog doing tricks and everything. I had no idea. I only knew the first section. And that's kind of what I realized after reading several of the rhymes, that I didn't know them in their entirety. So things like Humpty Dumpty, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, it was a shocker to me, for sure. I am prepared with the books for class. I feel like I have a lot of resources. I have teacher friends, and they have been able to help me out a little bit using their school library, since the kids aren't at school right now. And so I've been able to collect many of the books that way, along with going through my daughter's book collection. So I feel like I'm fairly prepared for the books to come and all the reading. And I'm excited. I am taking this course to satisfy the requirements for my teaching credential. I want to teach elementary school, preferably second grade once I get there. And I am looking forward to the reading in this class, because I think it will help me kind of come back to the roots of like when I first started reading, and maybe something will click and it'll inspire me to want to read more. I hope I fall in love with these books, because I want to be a teacher who spreads the joy of reading to her children and students. Thank you.